Hello, happy stampers, and welcome to my happy stamping studio. Whoa, I am a little wacky today. I am back to using StreamYard because I have been having some difficulties with Facebook. So be sure to give StreamYard permission to when you comment. Okay, so I'd like to welcome all of you to my happy stamping studio, whether you're watching live or on replay. Please know that I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to join me in my live presentations every Tuesday at noon. So as you're coming in, thumbs up and hearts if you're loving what I'm showing you. And if you have any questions, please be sure to ask. So I want to welcome my YouTube viewers also. I haven't been on YouTube for a little while because I was having a little bit of issues with StreamYard, but we worked it all out and stuff. So I'm back here live every Tuesday also. So welcome to my YouTube subscribers. If you watch on Facebook, know that you can also watch on YouTube at my channel, Judy Stamps. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a fun birthday card. I was inspired by a card that I received at Backstage this last weekend, and I was sharing over on Facebook some of the fun stuff that we were doing. I had a blast um, with my roommate, Debbie. She is from Rhode Island, and we have been rooming together. Oh my gosh, I want to say at least 10 years. It's been at least 10 years. And just seeing all my friends from across the globe. Actually, I have a blog post today over at judystamps.com showing some pictures of the weekend and the fun that we had. This t-shirt that I'm wearing, I guess I have to lower this a little bit, but the t-shirt that I'm wearing is from the Love Show that we were treated to by Stampin' Up! Over the weekend. That was our last night's festivities. Sorry, I am just grabbing my gems out. I forgot to get them. So Stampin' Up! Treated us to that on Saturday night. We had some light appetizers, which were really yummy, and some desserts. And then we were bussed over to the Mirage and got to see the show. And for those of you that don't follow me on Facebook, I don't gamble a whole lot. In fact, I don't. I don't know slot machines hardly at all. I just go, and if it tells me I win, I win. I don't know how to play them, the strategies or whatever. But before we went into the show, I played a couple slots on the slot machine, and I put 60 cents in. I put $10 in. I played 60 cents, and on that 60 cents, I won $117.45. So yay for me. So that was really exciting for me. So what do you say? Let's get going, okay? I'll flip us all around. Whoa. Maybe not so quickly, Judy. There we go. I am going to have to lower us because when I am on StreamYard, it doesn't get as close. So let me line this all up. I had it lined up, and then when I flip it around, I knocked it over. So let's see what Judy can do here. Okay, got to lift this up just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So, hi Janet from Ontario. Hope you have a beautiful day up there. You know, I met a couple demonstrators from Ontario this weekend. They were so pleasant. Happy to meet them. And have quite a few Canadian friends. I met a new girl from Germany and got to chat with Shani from Australia this weekend, and I got to see a longtime friend of mine. It was a demo, and she is from Hawaii, not on Maui. I do have a couple demo friends on Maui, but this gal is in the Honolulu area, and from the very start of my journey, she has been part of my life, and every year at convention to begin with, and then convention and leadership. whenever we see each other, we make sure that we at least give each other a hug and catch up on just our family. So it was a great joy being there this weekend. So, hey, Christine, how are you? Welcome. And you caught me live. Awesome. So we're going to be using the Hey Chuck stamp set. I love this stamp set. I don't get many. I don't purchase many fun, what I call fun stamp sets. But I just thought this one was so much fun. I could use it for so many different things, and especially with my grandchildren. So the bundle is great. The dies, we're not going to be using the dies. This is a very simple card today. We're just going to be using punches. In fact, 2 punches and stamps, ink, and paper. And that is it. A little bit of embellishments, and we're good to go. So I grabbed the Brights Designer Series paper pack. I use this a lot. This is all I have left of this pack. And I went to my scraps again. You guys know that lately I've been hitting my scrap bins. We're going to be using Daffodil Delight ink, Memento ink, the Tuxedo Black. I've got some of our black and white gingham ribbon. Some blends. I have the light and the dark pumpkin pie. I wasn't sure which I was going to be using. The Naturals number 9. You guys, I know our naturals, people think of them as skin tones, but I use them for a lot of browns and beiges in animals and other images. So don't think of those as just for your skin tones. Then we have the Real Red Dark and the Daffodil Delight. We have a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 basic white. And like I said, a bunch of scraps. I found these circles, so I'm going to be using them, but I do need to punch out one more. So I'm going to do that while we are working here. And then I just have some miscellaneous scraps. We're going to be working with them. Oh, I don't know what this one's for. Can't remember what I was going to use that one for. For something, maybe, maybe not. I'm going to just put that to the side. I know all these I need. So I have some strips of Coastal Cabana and another larger piece for a sentiment. And then I have these scraps that I'll be making banners from. And then this strip that I'm going to be putting on the front. Our card base is Lemon Lolly. Now, I know Lemon Lolly is a subtle. However, it goes with Brights. And I wanted the difference in the yellow. So this is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Or it is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 scored at 4 1/4. I just want to make sure that it's straight. Okay, taking my bone folder and burnishing this. So it seems to me that the picture is a lot clearer, even though I'm using the same webcam on StreamYard. Yay for StreamYard. Okay, let's get our tape and our glues out, and let's get our silicone mat. You always want to have your silicone mat. It helps you keep the adhesive off your stamping area. And I am just going to take my Stampin' Seal and go along each edge. And you could choose either side of this. I just want the polka dots, and I just want a little bit. So you could take a piece of Coastal Cabana that was 2 1/4 by 4 1/4 and just lay it right behind here. But I am a firm believer of using up our scraps. You know, when we cut down our paper 1/2 inch, we have all those 1/2 inch strips, and I try to use them in card designs, in layers. Some people go, oh, but Judy, how do you, sometimes it's a pain to put those on the back. It really isn't. If you put your adhesive on your larger piece and lay that down, you can see how nice that went on there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this on here. And we're going to put that on our card front, just like this. So what have you guys been up to lately? Oh, you know what? I don't want to put it on here. I need to do some stamping. Let me grab out this little birthday cake. Let's grab our Daffodil Delight, and we're going to stamp some birthday cakes. Now, you could do this in Lemon Lolly. You could also do it in Versamark. But I find that when you have these lighter cardstock colors, that a lot of times it's better to choose a shade that's slightly darker and stamp your images on it. And I'm just going down this one side here, and then here I kind of want to go across here. So I'm going to start down here and just stamp some up. No rhyme or reason. Okay. So we have that. So now we are ready to put on our strip, and you can put it on however you wish, however far you want to go. I line it up to the top, fold, in case I have to trim it. Okay, I do need to trim my card a little bit. I don't know, my fold on my score, that's what I was trying to straighten out a little bit. So I've got this cutter is not available anymore. It was available a couple years ago if you signed up to be a demonstrator. It's thick there. There we go. It doesn't like those thick spots. So let me take my snips and just snip it off a little bit. But anyways, they had the special that you could get this trimmer, and afterwards, as a demonstrator, when they had some left over, we were able to purchase it. I love it. It's, remember years ago we had a picture photo trimmer that was like that. So it's just to trim up those quick spots. I do have our large guillotine that's no longer available also. Okay, so now I want to do a couple banners. So I have these two banners here. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I want them this way. I'm going to go right up the middle, or approximately up the middle. It doesn't have to be exact, but you go up the middle and then you just cut it from each corner. It makes your banner making easier if you don't have our banner punch, which I don't have. Just going to go in, and just know that the farther you go in, the longer and narrower your tails are going to be. Okay, so does this fit? Okay, awesome. That fits on there. Hoping it did. So I'm going to go ahead and secure this on just like this. Now I am going to show you the card, and I'm going to tell you her card, even though it's the same layout, it looks a lot different. She used some different papers, and the paper does make a little bit of a difference. Okay, I'm going to trim this just a smidgen. I don't want it the same length. Let's hope I can do this without getting it stuck in here. There we go. Just a little snippet there. And I want to line it up right along that cardstock there. Just like that. And like I said, I am just using some scraps. So if your pieces are a little bit wider or narrower, just go with it. Use up those scraps, you guys. Okay, so we have this one here, and I need to stamp the sentiment on there. So we are going to grab our stamp set. So Janet, everything is great on your set. Oh, great. Thank you, Janet. So Chris is watching hummingbirds visit the feeder and the bees too. Awesome. You know, Chris, our hummingbirds are, we've got a couple less males. So we were thinking that they were actually leaving already. And I know that it's about this time of the year that they start hibernating. And did you know that the males leave before the females do? Found that interesting. I can't wait to get up to Michigan. I'm going to put this right up the center, and I'm going to give it center left to right because I should have checked. There we go. Hey Denise, how are you? Happy birthday. Denise had a birthday yesterday. I think she turned 29. Right? Oh, don't we wish? Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and see how it's too long. I do need to trim this. So I may have put this over just a little bit too far. But I can put this just about to the end of the words. And I think that that is going to be just enough. Okay, it is a little bit long yet. So all I'm going to do is shorten. I could do one of two things. I could have put it all the way up to the yellow and it would work up to that. In fact, you know what? That's what I'm going to do, because otherwise I could just shorten this and make the banner tails just a little bit shorter. I'm going to go ahead and put that. I'm kind of doing this backwards today, aren't I? I usually do all my stamping first. Okay, let's get this on here, and I actually want another birthday cake up there. I want it above it a little bit. I don't want them all below. So we're just going to stamp another one there. And I think that'll be fine. Just put that right there. So, pretty easy so far, huh? Well, now we got to do our stamping. So before I start my stamping, I am going to punch out my Granny Apple Green, because I used that color of Designer Series paper on my card. And then I have Pumpkin Pie, same size, 2 3/8, and then I have a 2-inch circle here. So we're going to take these. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp on this. Let me grab my stamping mat here. Oh, you know, you kind of cringe a little bit when I put my stamping mat out, because I always use mats that are dirtied already. I know there's several demonstrators out there. They've got nice, pristine, clean mats. However, I just use what I have. You know what? You get them dirty anyways, right? So what I did is my punch has this little nib here. So I am just taking a piece of one of our old sanding blocks. And that's what I smooth our paper with sometimes. Got to be careful because you can misshape it, which I did a little bit because it was a little bit flat. Okay, so we are going to take this Crazy Crow, this one right here, and we're going to stamp it. And you're going to notice it doesn't fit all the way on. Hey, that's okay, you guys. You can do it. So it only partially shows up. So let's grab our ink and ink that up. Tap, 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 remember, and tap, tap, tap all over your pad, you guys, so you get equal coverage. And all you want to do is make sure that this guy is fitting onto your circle and isn't just at the bottom, that he pretty much fills it up. Let's get that on there. And there he is. It doesn't even have to be straight, because the glory of circles, stamping on circles, is you can move them in a circular motion and make it straight. Now, while we have our ink pad out, I am going to go ahead and stamp the inside of our card also. And like I said, this was inspired by a swap that I received. And I looked, I didn't have a name on it. So I am going to have to look through the rest of my swaps to see if I have a card or a business card or label of some kind that fell out. I think that that's what happened. Okay, and then on the inside, we're going to put happy birthday. So I definitely want to use a smaller block. I always try to use, you want to try to use your blocks that are close to the size of your stamps, especially when you're stamping with our classic pads, which are foam, and you have a tendency when you tap, a lot of people will go down farther. Oh dear, two sides. I didn't go over far enough, so let's go this. It's your birthday. Clean that off. Let's get our fence again. Because I noticed that a lot of people, just when they tap, they really tap hard on the foam, and you don't have to. You know what? I'm going to switch this. I'm going to put this on this side. There we go. Okay. So all our stamping is done. We're just going to color up. And so let's color these guys. We're going to make his tuft up on top. We're going to go ahead and make that the pumpkin pie. Color that. We want to make his tongue red. This is the dark, and I use the dark pumpkin pie. And then for his head, I am using, once again, the number 9 Naturals. I just find a lot of times this is a great color. These colors in general are great. He has got a little, oh, what is that, a gobbler thing? I know in turkeys it's a gobbler. I'm not sure it's a gobbler on roosters. Okay, and then my Daffodil Delight. That tip is pretty well used up. So we have our Daffodil Delight there. Let me grab, Granny Apple Green. Is this Granny? Nope, this is Lemon Lime. I don't have the light Granny Apple, so I'm going to go with the dark Lemon Lime for his tail feathers. You're going to see that these colors pretty much coordinate. So if you don't happen to have one color in your blends, try the other colors. There we go. We're going to leave the rest of them white. Just leave them natural. Okay, so we need to finish putting our card together. So let's put these to the side. We grab my dimensionals. Okay, we're going to put these together, and I want to put it together. I'm going to do the green on the bottom, the Granny Apple on the bottom, and my on top. So maybe that's why the dull colored ones are visiting the feeder. Yes, Chris, that's exactly why. I had just read the other day that the males were starting to migrate. And I know up north, when we go to Michigan, they migrate a little bit earlier because it's colder up there right now. Okay, so we're going to put this, and we're going to go ahead and put this on. We'll put this right across here. Okay, I want to put him on. It is a ham, it's a rooster. It's got the gobbler and stuff, and I've got these pieces left over from all my swaps. Did you guys enjoy seeing my swaps on my blog last week? I did share 2 of them over there. Oh, and I just put that a little bit over too far. So just going to trim that off. So once again, head over there if you want to see some of the pictures from the weekend, or from last week, I should say, because I was gone all week. Okay, so I'm going to put this all the way over, about right there. Now, you're going to notice I'm not going beyond the circle here. I'm keeping within this circle. Okay, so my reveal is just about the same. If you want, you could do this first and then put it on the back one if you're particular about your reveals. Okay, so let's get our ribbon, because I need a little bit of black on everything. I love, this is my favorite ribbon. And if you guys haven't figured that out yet, I use this gingham ribbon all the time. It's just, it adds that touch of black that I'm always talking about. So it's really interesting. Every time I go away, my husband does a project while I'm away. And we were discussing that. Okay, what's he doing this time? I said, well, I hope he does what I asked him to do and not what he feels needs to be done. Well, guess what? Nope, he didn't. He didn't do what I asked him to do. Instead, he is in the process of, he redid our bathroom floor on our main level, and he's in the process right now of patching all the holes up for me so I can change some of the shelving and hooks and stuff in there. And I gave him some ideas. So I was glad that he didn't come. He said, oh, I wanted to have the whole thing done. I wanted to have it painted and everything. And I'm actually happy that he didn't have it all done. So I can give a little bit of my ideas in there too. How many of you have husbands that do that? Okay, so that's the front of our card. Let's get the inside of our card. And just very simple, quick and easy. But can you guys see how you could change the chicken images, or you could even do bright flowers here and do the same layout. It's just great. Coming up Christmas cards, you could do them. And how easy would this be? And great to use your scraps up. Now, the card had some embellishments down here. I would like black, and I don't think I have any black ones left. So let's check to see what Judy has. Got silver, gold, these pearls. Well, I've got these white ones, which we can always color, right? All we have to do is take our blend and color what we want to use. So I want to use 2 big ones and a small one. Now, I recommend letting that dry for just a second while I chat with you. And then I'm going to take the brush end and I am going to dab it. Now, this isn't going to, I'm going to use the same end because it has a tendency of picking up the color, but we need to add color there. So I find that by dabbing it up and down, the color sits on there better rather than rubbing it, because you kind of rub off the old color a little bit so you don't get that layering on there. So you can just, let it dry for a little bit. I'm not letting it dry very long. Do that. So we've got that. So I am going to use my snips to put these on. And let's see. We are going to do it. Let's do one up here. don't want to touch it a whole lot. Well, there we go. If you do touch it, you can always touch it up. Because it's just the top. And see what just these 3 little embellishments do to that card. It just like pops everything, right? So there's a birthday card today. I hope you guys liked it. Hi Maggie, how are you? Glad you could make it. And this is the inside of our card. You guys want to see the other one? Okay, so this is the one that I received in a swap. She used a floral pattern, and I'll bet you guys would never think of using this with a floral pattern. She did her bird just a little bit differently, and the inside. Let me know, which one do you like better? Do you like the bright or the more subtle one? So I hope you guys enjoyed my card today. I'm going to flip you around. There we go. Flip you around. It's a little bit lower than normal. Oh my gosh, my hair's sticking up. This side, you know, always sticks. I'm just going to pull it down. It looks better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this card today, and come back on Thursday for my product of the week. I'm starting some new videos here. I'm going to do it. It's just going to be a quick little video talking about one of our products. So it's going to be a product spotlight. So I hope to see you then. And until we meet again, everybody, happy stamping.